Hi my friends, welcome to my channel. This is Diamond Painting with Coco. Coco is my dog Chihuahua. If you're new here, hello. And my name is Raimi. And today we're going to do a WIP and Chat. WIP, W-I-P, stands for Work in Progress. And chat just means that I'll be chatting with you while I am diamond painting. I am currently using this pen here. I love this pen. It's got purple flowers in it. I've got putty in my multi-placer, and I've got glue dots in my single placer. So we'll see how this works out. I'm still getting used to using glue dots. I've just got this standard tray with the pour spout on the side. So I think this came with one of my storage containers. So yeah. I am working on Winter Sparkle. I am enjoying this painting so much. It's so colorful. I am not used to this much color. And when I did the unboxing, or no, when I did the kit up, I was talking about doing enhancements to it. And I've done actually more enhancements than I even said I was going to do. So I think I mentioned that in another video too, my coffee video. So yeah, I'm just enjoying it a lot. I'm not going to frame this one. So I hope this isn't moving you guys around too much on my table. You're on my table, and I can see the ring light moving a little bit, so it's making me nervous, but I think we'll be okay here. So two things: I have a squeaky chair and the ring light might be moving, so yeah, have to think about that. Okay, let me I'm kind of getting just a little settled in here. Let me put this one away. How are you guys doing? I hope that you're working on something fun. Just sit back while I'm doing this and relax, or you can work alongside me, whatever you want to do. Grab some coffee. Let's do the letter Y. I hardly have any in here. Let me grab my other jar. It always takes me a minute when I first started WIP and Chat to kind of get into the groove. It's like everything's fine until you feel like there's people watching you, and then you just kind of get all mixed up. So it's super nice today outside. Again, we're having another really nice day. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's sunny and kind of warm, and the frogs are just going crazy. It's just beautiful. I mean, you can really tell spring's coming, like I've said before, but I mean, for real, it's like, it's here, people. I think it's here. We might get another couple cold snaps, but I mean, it's just looking like it's spring. Some of our plants are starting to come up out of the ground. Yeah, it's crazy. It's so early. How's the weather where you guys are? I know that we're all kind of going through different things depending on where you are in the country. Some of us are getting severe weather, and like us, we're just getting extremely mild, beautiful weather. So I don't know if I mentioned it, but this is a round painting. So I haven't worked on a round in a really long time, except for the tiny paintings, like the 30 by 40s. Yeah, I haven't worked on a round in a long time. It's kind of nice. It's gone really fast. I started this on February 12th, and it is, I'd look at my phone, but I'm using it. Today's the 22nd. Yes, today's the 22nd. So you won't see this WIP and Chat until probably Monday. but I'll be done with this by tomorrow. So, because you can't see it, but this is like there's only one more row after this, and it's a skinny row. So, yeah, I will definitely be done with it by Monday. So we're just coming off of my husband having a 5 days off, which was really nice. Boy, it just seemed like it went by so fast. But yeah, we're just coming off of that. We made sure, oh, my glue dot is really sticky. I just put new glue in there before I started. We just kind of hung out, really. He, fixed his car. There's a couple sensors on his car that he needs to replace, I guess. And so he's trying to figure that out. Because a couple of lights on his dash are on and they're not supposed to be. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just he's got the wrong sensors when he replaced the airbag system. He put the wrong sensors on, he thinks, and so he needs to get a couple more. I have no idea what any of this means, by the way. I'm just repeating what he said. I don't. And then what else happened? Oh yeah, I kitted up a new painting. You guys will have already seen that video. I worked on, let's see, where should I go? Let's go down here. I worked on my dog paw print coasters. Now, I timed myself on one of them, and it took me 45 minutes. I don't know if I was having a bad... well, actually, I wasn't at my desk. I was in the living room and trying to do it off the coffee table, so I was bent over, and it was killing my back. So I don't know if that had anything to do with it or not. But yeah, it took me 45 minutes to do one of those dog prints. Oh, and there's 10 of them, so I've got 3 done. Like 45 minutes. What were you doing the whole time? Because they're not that big. But yeah, I've got 3 done. Those 3 are sealed now, so I'll probably throw them when I'm done. I'll throw them in one of my videos. I won't make obviously a whole video about the pot prints, but I'll just throw them in somewhere so that you guys can see them. They're turning out really cute. I really like them. So, what else did we do? We reorganized this craft room. Oh my gosh, it looks so much better. My husband helped me reorganize it. It just really needed it. It's like you use stuff, and as good as I am about putting things away when I'm done, it just still gets, stuff still needs to be organized. I don't know, it's like you pull out stuff for projects that you think you're going to work on, you move stuff around. So, yeah, anyway, we got that done. That was a load off my back. Shoulders, whatever. Sorry, I'm not doing too good today. I had some wine yesterday. I'm like, ugh. So yeah, we got the room reorganized. And I really like the way it is now. I can find things easier. This is a really large room. It's not a really large room. It's probably 16 by 16, something like that. It's an office. It's a downstairs office slash, did I drop this? Yes, I did. It's like a office slash bedroom. So, but half of it's taken up. So it's like with other stuff. So, yeah, I can basically have half the room, and then we moved that armchair in here for Coco, and that armchair is just massive. Takes up a huge chunk of space. But yeah, what else did we do? We had a PJ day, just a day where we were in our pajamas. That was really nice. I love those days. We just slept in and, you know, had breakfast really late and just hung out in our pajamas, watched YouTube. We don't have TV. We don't have any subscriptions to any channels. We don't, can you guys see me right here? Yeah. We don't have any subscriptions to any channels, anything like. We have Amazon Prime. But that's it. Actually, we do have like some channels, but we just don't watch TV. We don't have like cable or anything like that. But we got this TV, this new TV not that long ago, and it came with like all of these channels on it. So, but we don't watch TV. We watch YouTube pretty much. That's it. We're just, I don't know. I think what it was during the cough. If you know what I'm talking about. The big C word. I was glued to the TV. We had cable back then, and I was glued to the TV. And I mean glued to the news stations, because I was, you know, I was scared. And this was when it very first started, so people didn't really know too much about it or what was going on or any of that. So I was probably like everybody else and just like, you know, what's going on? What is this thing? You know, they made it sound like it was so just horrible and scary. And it was for a lot of people. I feel horrible for so many families who lost loved ones. But I was glued to the TV, and it just wasn't healthy. And I realized that, like, I would get up in the morning, I would turn the TV on, and I would leave it on while I was doing stuff. And it was just stressing me out so bad. And I didn't really notice how bad it was stressing me out. I didn't realize it. I was kind of just like, you know, I don't know. I just didn't realize it was the TV stressing me out, and my anxiety was getting really bad. And one day I was like, why am I doing this to myself? Like, why am I watching this? Like, continuously just watching this. And it was like I was waiting for the other shoe to drop or something. And we, at the time, really weren't watching very many shows. We like the animal channels, Animal Planet. What else did we watch? The History Channel. We like stuff like that. But we hadn't really been watching much TV. You know, it really takes up a lot of your time when you think about it. And so I decided I was going to get rid of our cable. I mean, it was costing a lot of money, first of all. We weren't watching it. It was stressing me out. I remember I called, I think I talked about this in another one of my videos, but I called to cancel it, and the lady was like flabbergasted. I mean, she could not understand. Like, she's like, you're getting rid of your cable? She's like, how will you get your news? I remember her saying that and just being like, what? What do you mean, how will I get my news? I mean, as if television's the only way you're going to get your news. I don't get it. But yeah, so my putty is not sticking all of a sudden. There we go. So yeah, I got rid of it. So we just hung out in our PJs and watched YouTube and just talked and cooked and that kind of stuff. It was nice just to have nothing to do. Although I will admit at the end of the day, I kind of feel like I didn't do anything and I kind of feel guilty, but it was good. And then, one of the days we had dinner with Brendan. Brendan, my son, he was here and we were just hanging out and it was getting kind of later. And we had been talking so much that nobody was really paying attention to the time. And he was like, do you guys want some dinner? And I was like, oh, yeah. And I was trying to think, okay, what can I cook? And he's like, what do you guys want? I'm going to order something. So I'm like, oh, honey. He's like, no, I'm going to order something. What do you guys want? So we all decided on Taco Bell. Yum. I always get their bean burritos with no cheese. That's like my favorite. And so he ordered it, and we live really far away from a Taco Bell. The nearest Taco Bell is about 15 to 20 miles from here. So, do you guys see any more of that symbol by any chance? Raise your hand if you do. I don't. Okay. Oh, I do see I missed the letter T over here, however. That's okay, I'll come back later. And so the delivery driver, the Uber driver, the whatever, I can't think of it right now, but you know what I'm talking about, comes, and we're watching him on the security camera, and he comes up to the porch, and he's got this little bag. And I'm thinking to myself, there's no way that that's our order, because it was in this little tiny bag. And so we should have gone out there when he was here, but it's kind of awkward. So we waited for him to leave, because that's the kind of people we are. And sure enough, he opened it up and it was somebody else's order completely. But the receipt for our order was correct on the bag, but it was somebody else's order. And so he had to text the driver, and the driver came back. So my son gave him an extra tip, and he got a notification that they were remaking the order. So somebody must have got our order and we got somebody else's order. And boy, did they get an order, because these boys can eat. So yeah, they got a lot of food, whoever got our order. So it took another, I don't even know how long it took from the time we decided what we were going to eat until we ate. Was probably an hour or more. It was probably an hour. And so the driver came back, and my son tipped him another $20 for his troubles. Poor guy. I felt really bad because it's not his fault. I mean, how's he supposed to know what's in the bag, right? Because they sealed them. So one of the days we made chili, a really yummy chili. We made, we were just kind of like, you know how like you're in your kitchen, you're like, what can I make? And you just have all these odds and ends. So my husband actually made this. It was so good. He took rice. He cooked up some rice, but he cooked it with this curry sauce that we had purchased. It's in a jar, and it's a curry. So he put that in the rice cooker with the rice and cooked that up. And then he made this chili with cannelli beans, kidney beans, black beans, with some habanero rotel diced tomatoes. Oh my gosh, and other stuff too, spices, all that kind of stuff. And you guys, it married so well together. So we just put down the rice, we put the chili, I'm calling it chili with quotations around it, over the rice, and it was so good. So we actually had enough for 2 days, 3 days, 2 days, 3 days. I can't remember now. But yeah, we love to cook. My husband's a really good cook. He loves to cook. So do I. I like to bake too. I'm a pretty good baker, I would say. Not trying to toot my own horn, but I'm a pretty good baker. I like to make breads, muffins. I don't really make cake, but lots of bread. I can make bread all day. So, also, did I already say this? Oh my gosh, where's my brain? I wanted to talk about the last video I did, the coffee video. I kind of messed up a couple of things in that video, so I do not have hundreds of budget-friendly paintings. We did inventory in here, so I do not have hundreds. I have a lot, but I don't have hundreds, so I wanted to clear that up. The other thing I wanted to clear up was I kept saying that the painting was 30 by 120. It's a kit of 4, and so what I was trying to relay, which I wasn't doing a good job of, was that in total it was 30 by 120. So I don't feel like I was really clear about this, and when I went back and saw the video, I'm picturing you guys being like, it's 120 centimeters by 30. So anyway, I wanted to clear that up because that's not what it was at all. So yeah, and I've been working on this, and I have not even started. I haven't even glanced over there to even think about starting to do that painting. I want to finish this so bad. I have no idea what I'm doing after this either. I'm gonna leave. Well, I can pull this back and grab it. I have no idea what painting I'm doing after this one. No idea. I kind of want to keep with the winter, but I don't have anything. So that's kind of a problem. Okay, I finished that symbol. That was the double dot symbol. You guys saw that. I'm sure you can see it. So I mentioned this, but my daughter's birthday is coming up. We're going out to dinner at, I think I mentioned this in my last WIP and Chat. We're going to this Mexican restaurant that she loves. Which symbol should I do next? Should we do the biohazard or whatever symbol this is? Let me just, this T is bothering me. Let me just grab a T. We're going to her favorite Mexican restaurant. And yeah, so we're doing that. And we're going to come back here for cake. This glue dot's really sticky, and I'm putting this on upside down, so that would help if I got another one on here. Hold on. Okay. Let me dab my glue dot here. Okay, let's do the biohazard. We're just going to hang out at home, have some cake, open presents, and hang out. And I think we're gonna play Cards Against Humanity. Have you guys ever heard of that before? It's a card game, obviously. And it's kind of naughty. It's like, it's kind of naughty. It's a naughty game. It's very adult themed, put it that way. But it is so funny. It is so funny. You get these cards. So you get, I can't remember how many cards you get. And so, okay, so somebody has one card and they're kind of like, they're the person, they're going to read a prompt. They read a prompt. And then everybody has like a set of cards. I think it's like, I don't know, 7 or something like that. And they have different sayings on them, different quotes, different sayings. And so the person who has the prompt says it, and then you have to turn in your card to that person. So everybody picks a card, they turn it into that person, and then the person reads off the card. And they decide which card was the best. And man, I'm telling you, like some of these I'm like, ooh, yeah, not appropriate. But that's what actually makes it so much more, it makes it so funny, is that it's so, some of it is so vulgar that you're like, what? Yeah. Anyway. My daughter's boyfriend, so there's different levels of this game. I guess there's a kid's version or something. So obviously that one would not be vulgar. And, or I don't think it's a kid's version. I think it's just a tamed down version. And they played it with his parents, and his parents were just like in shock. Like, and that was the tamed down one. So he was like, yeah, no, it doesn't fly at my house. He's like kind of ridiculous. Like, I guess in their house, you can't say the word poop. So this game was completely inappropriate for them. I mean, if you can't say that, I don't know. You're definitely not going to be playing this game. Heck no. Oops, did I not have, this putty is, I should have put new putty in before I started, but did I? No, I didn't. So the game goes on for quite a while. Basically, how does this work? I think you just run out of, everybody runs out of cards, and then whoever has the most, so the person who has the prompt, if they pick your card, okay, you get the prompt card. So you get the prompt card. And then it's your turn. You're the person that's going to say or ask the question. And at the end of when everybody's card, when all the cards are gone, whoever has the most prompt cards wins. So I haven't won yet. Mine are always lame. Mine are always really lame. So, I mean, I do get picked a lot, but I think one time I came in second. So it's just a really fun game. It's just something to, I don't know. It's really fun. It's just hilarious. The questions are just, oh, you guys can't even see what I'm doing. Where can you see to? Right here? Oh, but you can see that. Okay, I'll stop right there. I'm so glad that I checked. Let me switch colors. Oh, well, you can see right here though, right? Right here? Yeah, because there's a couple more Ks right there. So sorry about that. But if you're listening to me, you wouldn't have even noticed. And you can't see right there. Nope. Just out of sight. Okay. This is a pretty color. Pretty light purple. So yeah, it's a fun game. And my son, we were talking about her cake. Usually I go to Safeway and I order her cake there. Oh, this is pretty green. I order her cake from Safeway, but my son was like, Mom, there's this really cool cake place by my work. He's like, they make like very unique, look at this green, isn't that pretty? It reminds me of peas. Doesn't it look like peas? He's like, there's this cake shop by my work, and it's like they make like these fancy cakes and like these specialty cakes and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, oh, cool. And he's like, I can order it. I can do a cake. And I'm like, okay. So he's supposedly handling that. I hope that, in fact, I need to talk to him today to make sure that he has that handled. Yeah, I should definitely do that because it would not be good if we did not have a cake. I mean, worst case scenario, I could run to Safeway and just grab a cake, but I don't want to do that. So, yeah. Yeah. Definitely want to make sure she has a cake. So, I don't know. It'll be cool to see if he gets a specialty cake, like what he gets. He was like, no, I'll handle it. I'm like, okay. So, he's just going to come up with a design himself, I guess. Wonder what he'll pick. I told him, I said, you know what you should have written on it is, you're old. She's turning 27. You're old. How funny. It's so weird. I know I've talked about this before, but it's just so weird that she's 27, going to be 27, because I had her when I was 27. I was actually 26. I turned 27 3 months after she was born. But it's just so weird to me. And it's like I had been married for a long time. We had a house. Boy, things are so different for kids these days. I just feel horrible. Like, they can't afford housing. It's just, I mean, I don't know if they're ever going to be able to buy a house, you know, with the way that the market is and how everything is. Man, I'm just waiting for like them to be like, hey, can we move back home? Because like their rent is so expensive. They live in an apartment, and I was just like, that's like our mortgage, like what you're paying. That's our mortgage. And you know, she works part-time. He works full-time. But she works part-time, and I'm just like, I do not know how they are affording to live in that apartment. I gotta fix my putty. I do not know how they're affording it. I mean, they're doing great, but I don't know. I don't know how she's doing it. But good for her. She's doing a great job. I'm so proud of my kids. Really proud of my kids. They both have really good jobs, and even though she works part-time, she still has a really good job. She has potential to move up. That's the other thing I worry about too, is she doesn't have health insurance or anything like that. And when she turned 26, of course, she was kicked off of our insurance because that's just how it goes. So yeah, right now, if something happened, I mean, she has no health insurance. I keep telling her, you know how it is to be a parent. I'm just worried. And it's like, honey, you need to get a full-time job. You need to apply for a full-time position. And she's like, Mom, I really love my job. And I'm like, I understand that, but sorry, I'm looking for this symbol right here. Here it is, 701. And we've got another beautiful green. This is, the tree is up here. if you saw my kitting up or my unboxing, the tree is up here, and this is kind of like a grass area. Yeah, I mean, if something happened, I just think that they just don't realize. It's like, I don't think they realize like how much something would cost out of pocket. But it's, it's like your kids get to a certain age and there's nothing you can do. You just got to sit back and watch them make their decisions, and sometimes they're going to make mistakes, and it's just normal, I mean, it's completely normal, but anyway, yeah. I wonder how Brennan's going to actually get the cake. He's on call this week, so I wonder how he is going to get the cake. Maybe he'll just on his way home, because he's driving the company truck, or the city's truck. He gets to drive the big Ford F350. He's got a Ford 250, but he gets to drive the 350. It's got all the lights on it, and the board that pops up that says, like, it has arrows, or it's like workers are ahead, or it's a signboard truck, so it's kind of cool. It's got all kinds of gadgets on it and everything. I remember when he was little, he was just able to walk well, and we purchased a Ford F350, and it had a big block in it, so it was a 460. If you guys know what that is, it's a very, very large engine. I think it's the largest engine that Ford makes. I mean, that thing was a beast. Whoa, it was a beast. And I remember Brennan just, he was literally, I'm not kidding, he was like one and a half, I think. And he loved that truck. Oh my gosh, okay, this is an AB, so I'm kind of leaving that for now. Let's do the arrow. So that would be this one, right? Because it's going, I'm doing this sideways, so the symbols I have to pay attention, because for some reason on this kit, they have so many arrows. And I'm like, why did they do that? I don't, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 arrows. 8 arrows. Yeah, it's like, ugh. Anyway, sorry, I got sidetracked. And so he loved this truck. He loved it so much. It was a hideous truck. I called it the creamsicle because it was like orange and white. Oops, I missed one of the symbols over here too. It was orange and white, and but man, did he love that truck. And it was the cutest thing ever. We went to the ocean, I remember one time, and we were sitting in the sand and playing in the sand. Kelsey was like almost 4 if he was 1.5. So we were just sitting out there, and the truck was parked, and he was walking around the truck with his cute little sun hat on. He was walking around the truck, and he always said, "Uck." He'd go, "Uck, uck, uck." And he would pat the tires and the side of the truck. And I remember being at the ocean, and it was like all he wanted to do was sit in the truck. Luckily, there was a lot of wind at the ocean because it was really hot. And so I could leave the door open. He just wanted to sit in, not in the driver's seat. He just wanted to sit in the truck. It was the cutest thing ever. And I always remind him of that. And it's just funny because he grew up and now he's got these big trucks that he's driving. It just stuck with him forever. So cute. Oh my gosh. I miss those days so much when they were little. I think this happens to me every time one of my kids has a birthday, is I start thinking about when they were little. Oops, there's one up here. You guys probably were like, don't put it away yet. I really think about when they were little, and you know, how you have like snapshots, if you will, in your head of like how they were, and you know, you just remember certain moments. I remember this, I have this picture of them. We had chickens at our first house too, just like we do here. And the kids were, I had a garden next to the chicken coop. It was a lavender garden, and it had little miniature apple trees in it. It was so pretty. I miss that garden, actually. And we were just out there, and Kelsey went over to Brennan and gave him a hug, and I got a picture of it, and I have that picture, and it is just the sweetest picture. She's hugging him, and he's looking up at her, and the way he's looking up at her is like he idolizes his big sister. It was just so cute. Oh, those were the days. I mean, I'm glad they're over because, oh my gosh, I don't think I ever slept. I feel like I'm still catching up on all the deprived sleep. Man, when you're a parent, it's just, when your kids are young, you just literally do not sleep. I don't know, maybe other people do. I sure didn't. I was so tired all the time. Oh my gosh, all this, oh. Yeah, I'm glad that those days are over, but then you trade them for other things, right? Like constantly worrying about your kids driving. And I remember when they were learning how to drive. Ugh. I'm telling you, if you have kids, if you're out here listening to me and you have kids and they have not learned how to drive yet, I am praying for you. I am sending you a prayer for when that day happens, because yikes, Beckers. Oh, I missed a couple of the arrows up here too, but I couldn't remember. Can you guys see right here? Yeah, you can. So I missed those. Yep. Oh, I have a story for you guys. Yes, I do. Hold on, let me find the plus sign. Here it is. So we went to Walmart. Yay. I'm just kidding. Walmart. What is it about Walmart? No, seriously, what is it about Walmart? Like, what is the deal with Walmart and crazy people? How is this a thing? Like, what? I don't understand it. I'm there, I focus on what I'm getting from my list, and I leave. Like, I do not want to be there for any longer than I have to be. Any longer than I have to be. I'm like in and out as fast as I possibly can. So the first area that you hit at our Walmart, at least, is the produce section. Got a little bit of trash here. Is the produce section. And we had some stuff to get. Let me grab this because I missed a piece here. We had, you know, produce to get. And I wanted to make some coleslaw and also have some cabbage. I wanted to get some cabbage because I wanted to make coleslaw, and I also wanted to have cabbage for like for salads and stuff like that. The letter E. Hold on. Let me find it. This is the only thing that's not good about kitting up in DMC order is you have to look for the symbol if the legend's not in front of you. So that's the only thing that I don't like. So my husband's grabbing avocados. I got some romaine. Oh, no, wait. Nope. Hold on. Back up. Got some avocados. The tomatoes looked absolutely horrible. I grabbed a cucumber. The hummus is also over in the produce section. I don't know why, but that's where they have it. And then I was like, he's like, you know, we're bananas, potatoes, onions, all that kind of stuff. So he's like, is there anything else? I'm like, oh, I need to get some cabbage and I need to get some romaine lettuce for my salads. And he's like, okay. And he's like, well, I'll go grab the potatoes while you're doing that, because we want to get the heck out of there. So I'm like, okay. Well, there's bins of fresh produce, and this bin was like kind of low to the ground. It was on the lowest shelf, put it that way. And there were two bins of cabbage. So it wasn't like there was just one bin. There were two. And I came over there and there was a guy, I won't even call him a gentleman. Ugh, I'm not using the putty with this, with these ABs. I'm not going to call him a gentleman. It was a guy. And he was struggling with a head of cabbage and he was putting it in a bag. But he was on the left-hand side of, I missed the number 9 right there too. He was on the left-hand bin. So there was a right-hand bin. And so I come up and I'm looking at the cabbage and he's struggling to put the cabbage in his bag. And I saw a head of cabbage that I liked, and it was over towards the left-hand bin, but it was not in the left-hand bin. I hope this is making sense. Yes, I'm not multi-placing these because let me try it one more time. The putty gets on the ABs and it pulls the putty out, but I really want to multi-place this. So, nope. I don't even know why I bother. So I saw a head of cabbage that I wanted, and I reached over towards the left-hand bin, and I picked it up. And I didn't think anything of it. And I walked over. My husband was coming back over towards me. I saw him coming back over towards me, and I went over to the romaine lettuce section, and I was looking at romaine lettuce, and this hand comes reaching across me, and grabs violently a thing of romaine lettuce. And I didn't want to, I don't like confrontations. And so out of the corner of my eye, I noticed it was this guy, the cabbage man. It was him. And I was like, what the hell? I'm like, what a jerk. And he was walking away, and I saw him throw the romaine lettuce literally into the cabbage bin. And I was like, okay, so he was upset, obviously, at me for, oh, and he still only had the one head of cabbage. So it wasn't like he was eyeballing the head of cabbage that I had or anything like that. He only had the one head of cabbage. So it wasn't like I stole a cabbage from him or whatever. And so And he threw the romaine lettuce in the cabbage bin and walked away. So it was completely obvious to me that I had pissed him off to no end. And my husband was like, what was that about? And so I told him what was going on. He's like, oh yeah? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, what a jerk. He's like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah. I literally, I don't know. You know, the thing about stuff like this. So I was irritated. I was pissed. I was seriously pissed. And I'm the type of person, I told you guys I have a mental illness. I don't want to really discuss it, but I will just say that it causes me to just have no, like, I will just go off if somebody is going to be a jerk to me like that. And I wanted to really bad, but then I was like, just leave it. Like, just leave it. Because I don't like confrontations, but when somebody's like that, Remy, why do you keep trying to use the putty? I don't know. Oh my gosh. But yeah, so all I could think of was he has such a miserable life. And that was the only thing he purchased. He went to the self-check. So he was there to buy cabbage. Maybe his wife sent him. Maybe they have like a really bad argument. She's like, oh yeah, well, while you're at it, why don't you go to Walmart and pick us up a head of cabbage? I don't know. I have no idea. Okay, we have a couple of little S's over here. We got to get to our questions. Oh my gosh. Okay, because I'm almost done with this section. So let's get to our questions. Okay, so our first question, hope you guys like this part. Would you accept $10,000 to shave your head and continue your normal activities, sans hat or wig, without explaining the reason for your haircut? I don't want to shave my head. Like, for $10,000, would I do it? I don't know. $10,000 isn't a lot anymore. Would I do that? I mean, obviously your hair is going to grow back, but I would look hideous. I would look like, what's his name in the Addams Family? Where's the letter S? I'm going to say no. You would have to give me more money. How much would I need? I would do it for 100,000 for sure. Oh yeah, 100,000. Okay, you know what? Make it a cool 200,000. I'll do it. 200,000. That's my price. Because I don't want to. You can't wear a hat. You can't wear a hat. You can't wear a wig. You've got to just walk around like that. Well, first of all, people would probably think you were sick or something. I don't know. I wouldn't do it. I would not do it. Okay. Next one. What about you guys? Give me your answer in the comments. If 100 people your age were chosen at random, how many do you think you'd find leading a more satisfying life than yours? Ooh, let me read that one more time. If 100 people your age, so I'm 53, were chosen at random, how many do you think you'd find leading a more satisfying life than yours? I have no idea. 100 people, let's see. Well, let me rate my life. I have a very satisfying life. I really do. I mean, of course there's, you know, things that I don't like, but I have a really satisfying life. So I would say, I mean, I don't know, 50? Maybe that's too high. I'd say, yeah, maybe 50%. That seems like a fair number. Oh, this drill is so concave. I'm just going to go with 50. I don't know. I think 50 just seems like the right number to me, because like half of people. Okay. If you went to a beach and it turned out to be a nude beach, would you stay and go swimming? Big fat no. The second I saw that, I would run the other direction. I would run the other direction. I would wash my eyes out with soap. No. Nope. 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 What about you guys? No way. No flipping way would I do that. No way. No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No. I can't stand looking at my own body. Okay. Oh, this is a good one. Do you find it so hard to say no that you regularly do favors you do not want to do? And if so, why? I struggled with this probably the majority of my life until I turned 45, maybe even older. I struggled with that. I couldn't say no, and I felt like a horrible person if I said no. But now, oh, I'm all about the no. I'm all about the no. I have to be for my own mental health too. And I've had friends, actually, this is going to sound really sad. Please don't feel sorry for me. I don't have any friends. I literally have nobody I can call or go to lunch with or coffee or anything. Don't feel sorry for me. This is not a sob story. And the reason why is because of my mental illness. People just do not understand. And I had friends who would ask me to go to lunch or have coffee or something like that. And I couldn't. Like, I couldn't do it. Like, I literally could not do it mentally. And they would say things like, well, maybe if you got out of the house, you would feel better. Or maybe if you fill in the blank, you would feel better. They didn't understand. And there was no, I couldn't explain it to them. I kept trying to explain it to them and I kept telling them, it's not you. It's not you. It has nothing to do with that. I can't do it. I can't. And they didn't understand. And so slowly but surely I lost my friends because I just couldn't, like, I could talk to them on the phone. That was fine. But then I was always being pressured into going to lunch or coffee which of course, because they're your friends, right? So they want to see you. But I just, I can't, I can't do it. And it's not a matter of, it's like somebody who has a broken leg. You wouldn't say, well, what's the matter with you? Just get up and run, come on a walk with us. Why can't you go on a walk with us? Because if you saw somebody with a broken leg, it's completely obvious that they have a broken leg. So you're obviously not going to ask them to go on a walk with you. You're going to be like, oh my gosh, are you okay? Blah, blah, blah. Not that I wanted that. I didn't want that either. I didn't want people to feel sorry for me, but I lost all of my friends. So that's the truth. That actually happened. And my last friend that I had, I just recently lost her as a friend too. So it is what it is. I can't change it. I can't go back. So one of my friends, though, is my real estate agent. Look, we finished this whole section. And if you noticed, I put crystals in. I got some round crystals. So they're the snowflakes. These are the snowflakes. One of my friends is my real estate agent. And so, we have a relationship based off of that. Like if we were to sell the house, I would call her and she'd be fine with that. But anyway, my friends, we finished this whole section. It wasn't that big of a section. I mean, here's my hand. It's not that big. We finished this section. We did our questions. I think I caught you guys up with everything. I'm constantly screwing up on my videos, just so you know. So if you watch one of my videos, I probably, have misspoken several times. And in these types of videos, I try to remedy that. So anyway, I had a really good talk with you guys. I hope you guys had fun. The questions were today, so I'll get some better questions next time. But anyway, you guys take care of yourselves and drink lots of water, okay? Make sure you drink lots of water. It'll make you feel better. All right, my friends, loves.